Yeah, here I ended up seeing a cockroach, like a big motherfucker, like this size here. It's a short term and you're roughing it, then hey, we'll get the job done. But outside of that, I ain't coming back here. Yo, what's good? Welcome back to another video. It's Internet Passport, and I'm here abroad in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. Now I'm at my Airbnb. Been here for about 1 week, going on 2 weeks, and just want to be able to show you it. I'll give you an honest review, pros and the cons. And so let's check it out. First, give you a view here from out the window. So here ends up being a view out the window that we have. We're in District 1. Ends up being pretty quiet. Sometimes you hear some dogs barking, cats meowing, little conversations, but you kind of have a view here. On that yellow building right there, I actually saw, was it a gentleman there on the roof doing something? Thought was pretty interesting. Other apartments up top here that you can see. Just want to be able to point that out there to you. I think it's cool how they have so much green foliage right here, and even a windowsill. We're outside just with some plants and whatnot. But to show you the room, it's basically a studio. Coming here out into the kitchen. Let me try and get a little bit more light in here. There we go. But you see they have a kettle, microwave, I guess hot plate as I will call it. Have the range up top. You also end up having there some pots and pans, some silverware and whatnot, everything that you would need basically. Sink. My favorite thing is over here, things I use every day. I don't use the sugar, but of course I use the fish sauce, a very distinct taste. That's something that kind of there. If we can focus. There you go. Well, fish sauce. You got some oil, some soy sauce, some salt, and the broth mix. I haven't used the broth mix. I'm not sure what exactly how to use that. Okay, we go right over here. That's the kitchen there down below. Alright. I'm gonna go over here, swing to our left. They have some art here on the wall. Judge that as you want. Some fruit. Oh no, I'm sorry, some vegetables. We'll go on over. You have a mirror right over here. Have a little area for your towels and whatnot. They provided the towels, toilet paper, laundry detergent, has laundry inside. What's that? Some hangers. Over here, the sink. I got my toiletries and whatnot. And one thing about Vietnam is that, I guess with the system, you don't want to flush toilet paper, so you throw that away. That's some laundry. Sorry, y'all had to see that. Going back on up. There we go. Getting it in. I need to add some size, but I'll do that after I do this cut. Here ends up being the bathroom. You see the toilet there, and important, like I said, the septic system. You have toilet paper, but you're gonna mostly use the bum gun. I'm not sure if that would be considered a bidet, but they call it the bum gun. But you basically spray yourself off. Maybe use some toilet paper to pat yourself down dry, but then you toss it in that basket over there. And they've been coming about every week or whenever you call them or message them on the Airbnb to get that disposed of. Here ends up being the shower. I like the overhead shower there. End up having that, like I guess the individual one that hit some other spots. There got some toiletries that you can use. And ends up just draining on down below here. Have the little light area. Both of them have. just that door that you can close. And funny enough, look at these. I'm like, what the heck? Kind of interesting, cute flower, I guess shower mats are these. Guess it is what it is. Going back now here, that ends up being the entrance. Oh yeah, the fridge. You know, the freezer and everything. They provided some bottled water. Oh yeah, pro tip. You don't drink the tap water. I repeat, you don't drink the tap water. You don't drink the tap water. So you have to get the bottled water, or you can end up getting a one of those services where they'll bring in like some water there in a large container, and it dispenses out in some buildings, some apartments. No, the apartment upon request they do resupply with some, but pros and cons. But the cost makes it a little worth it to me. But to each their own. But going back here, ends up being the fridge. There's some space. And down below, got some items, food might end up being here. A little desk area where I do some editing and whatnot. Smart TV. Desk with some items, bed and all that. With desk, a little area here for your shoes. That ends up being the frosted door. Now this ends up being an issue for me where it's just that the door that doesn't block out the light. You know, they have the curtains here that definitely blocks everything out there, but it still comes through here. So I'm like, what's the damn point? I'm still getting light when I like complete darkness while I'm trying to sleep. So it's like complete darkness, but I still got light coming through. But end up having the couch right over here, outlet there in the corner. You end up having a lamp right over at the end to check one out. And right over here, end up having a mattress, queen size. It fits me. The only thing is that it's definitely time to be replaced. It slants down going that way, and it's just like it's not the most comfortable thing. And I would say that they would definitely come in and change the sheets like I asked. But I think the first week that I was here, oh my bad, I forgot to show you. So that's the AC system that you would have this remote right here that turn on that AC over here that way. And they always have like this art on the wall. But one thing I would definitely say is that being here for a short term, if you're not going to be here, maybe for vacation, because it is in District 1, we have a lot of different places nearby, or a short grab. That's their version of Uber around, so you get to different places. But the main thing I would say, I came here, man, and I'm on the 3rd floor. I like how it's safe. It's quiet. It's off of a main road, but it's like down a little alley, so it was a little hard to find. And but actually, let me start to the top. First time in Vietnam, came to this spot, and one thing that I noticed was that it's down an alley. So with the address, I'm like, where am I? It says that I'm here. I'm on the street, but it had the letter K into it, so I had to go down the alley to go get it, or I guess to go find it. But came through. You have a fob that you had to get through the door, closed behind you. It has an elevator, but I just used the stairs. Came on up, came in, and I remember, because I'm allergic to dogs. So I'm laying here on the bed. I said, man, I feel kind of itchy. And I started finding a couple of dog hairs on the sheets. And I'm like, oh yeah, I have to get this changed, because it is a pet-friendly apartment, or Airbnb. And I'm like, okay, this isn't the best thing there for me, so I had to get that changed down. But after that, besides the mattress, I would say it was the dog hair, the mattress, the light coming through the door. But the last thing how I know, I was like, man, I'm definitely gonna upgrade after this. Even though it was cheap, a whole month for about $650. Oh, it has good Wi-Fi. No, I'm rambling. But the one thing is that over on Yeah, here I ended up seeing a cockroach, like a big motherfucker, like this size here. Had to kill him. First it was on the floor, I'm just getting out of the bed, and I'm trying to figure out how to kill him. And then I see it on the current. I smack it down, take care of it. I said, damn. I know cockroaches are all around the world, but I'm like, fuck, this is here. Yeah, definitely gonna have to end up changing up these spots, and just arriving here. Even the communication. I spent my first night because I couldn't get in here because I came in so late at like 1 a.m. I ended up going to that Marriott hotel. I'll link that video down below there, and that was stupendous. So going from there, which was in the tallest building, they said, in Ho Chi Minh City, they coming down here, pros and cons for the cost, but this place, if it was just a short term and you're roughing it, then hey, we'll get the job done. But outside of that, I ain't coming back here. That's just my opinion, but let me know what you think. Stay strong and survive. And remember to like, comment, and subscribe. That's Internet Passport. I'll see you soon. Peace.